Yeah, going along nicely here. Probably take the option in a moment to get on the black. Just nudge one of these reds away from the other.
22.
Doesn't want to finish too straight on this black. I don't think either of the reds part into either corner, so we've definitely been looking to play some kind of cannon here. All depends on the angle he's got on the black. If not, he's going to have to leave himself a difficult red to middle. So, 2 straight on the black. So now I'm going to have to play a good shot now to keep this break going.
29.
You'd love to leave an angle on the black here to go into the pack next shot.
Thank you. Foul.
He's called a foul on himself there.
Shaun Murphy, 29.
Called it a push shot.
Mark Allen, 4.
Very sporting from Shaun. Difficult shots for a referee to call, I always feel, the push shot. It may not have been a push, he may have actually hit the cue ball twice with his follow through, so almost impossible for the referee to spot that. So as we expect players to be honest, it was very well done by Shaun and what we expect from the players.
Yes, it was more a double hit than a push, wasn't it?
Oh, that's a big misjudgment from Mark. Well, he could have left that a lot worse. He's definitely left Shaun a shot with the rest. That was a bit of a disaster for Mark there. Complete misjudgment.
Yes, you're right on both counts. Particularly that it could have been a whole lot worse, this. Pressure ball this for Murphy. Yes, he's good with the rest, but he's not infallible.
Chance at red to middle here for Mark. Gonna have to put some work on the cue ball because natural pass taking him into balls, so makes this pot harder. Yeah, he probably would have potted that no problem if he was just rolling it in, but had to get some work on the cue ball. I think he's left this long straight one for Shaun. He's potted a few of these already today. Just enough room to get through. He's got a perfect angle here of Shaun. His cue action, absolutely bang dead straight. Head perfectly still, and that's why he pots such a high percentage of that sort of shot. Perfect cue action.
You need more than technique, but what a foundation when you've got it. That, though, was loose. Grimace on the face. Bewildered.
8.
Yeah, just wanted just a simple shot there for Shaun. Just stun up the table few more inches, leave himself straight-ish on this red, but now he's going to have to go up for blue.
No.
Rescued the situation nicely. So just going around, see if any of these reds go into left corner, so he can just drop the blue in. If not, he'll have to just stun down for one into the right corner. So this is a good chance now for Shaun. He'll expect to win the frame at this visit.
A lot of players like to keep themselves to themselves in the mid-session interval, in solitude, in silence. Not Murphy. Quite often he pops into the media room, and that's what he did this afternoon after the first 4 frames. We had a good chin wag and a laugh. He seemed very relaxed.
$22.
Just checking the scores here, Shaun. Seeing if he can do enough without splitting up the bunch of 4. That's a much better choice of shot. No point just creeping over the line. You may as well try and win the frame and clear the table.
$28.
Looks like he's carried on where he left off this afternoon, Phil. Looking very good in amongst the balls. Good solid long pot.
29. $36. $37.
This match could have World Championship seeding implications, because if Murphy wins it, he moves above Kyron Wilson into 8th place in the seedings for the Crucible.
42.
Currently world number 9.
$43. $50. $51.
It's a big ask given the position of the red near the baulk line, but mathematically he could yet make another century.
$58. $59.
Looks like that red will pass the brown into the yellow pocket, so good positional shot here. Part the red, leave himself nicely on the pink. And that'll give him a final score of exactly 100. So that's what he'll be trying to do here. Nice to get off to a frame-winning start and compile a century break in the process.
$67.
The standard is through the roof.
$73.
I think Shaun's the only player on the tour who doesn't carry cue extensions. Maybe Ronnie O'Sullivan as well, being the other one. I think that's because he's just so confident with the rest. He doesn't need to
75.
stretch and put the mini butt on. Ronnie O'Sullivan obviously not so great with the rest, but he can play with both hands, so not a problem for him either.
$78.
Murphy 4 balls away from 4 centuries in the match.
82. $87. $93.
It really is impressive. I think this has been the best of the centuries from Murphy.
100 in the frame. Shaun
And there it
Murphy.
is, around 100. Shaun Murphy back in front, emphatically at 5-4.
100 in the frame. Shaun Murphy.
Well, I think it's fair to say, Joe, this match is living up to expectations.
Fantastic standard so far by both players in this match. Is that right? Am I right in saying Shaun's had 4 centuries now? Phil, he's won 5 frames with 4 centuries. That is really is some going.
Reminiscent of Stephen Hendry in his famous UK final with Ken Doherty, which he eventually won, but at one stage he'd made 6 centuries to lead 6-5.
I don't think he's ever told me about that, to be honest. Well, that was a rare one. It wasn't easy, but you just expect Shaun to knock everything in at the moment, the way he's going. So, first chance to Mark Allen in this frame now. He'll want to bounce straight back here. Let Shaun know that he's
One.
right in this fight. Now the cue ball's just run on a little bit. Good chance here for Mark to bring some reds into play when potting this black. Nicely played. So, 2 or 3 loose reds. As we know, Mark's very attacking. He'll already have one eye on how he's going to get that bunch open.
$40. $50.
So, just play for this red near the middle pocket. Oh, he thought he'd missed that one. Thinks he got slightly heavy contact on the black. I'm not sure, I think it was just a bit of a quick one there. So anyway, no harm done. Pot this red, get on the blue, smash the pack open.
22.
Normally when you catch that much of the near jaw at that pace, the ball is repelled.
Yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt there, Phil. Maybe that was just a slightly heavy contact. Because he's a bit further away from this red than what you would expect from Mark. He likes to be nice and in close.
23.
So he's left himself an angle here. Not a great angle. Would have liked a bit more, I think. So he's going to have to generate some power here. Yeah, that was the trouble. Didn't get high enough on the blue, so I had to go into the pack off 2 cushions.
28.
Oh, that's a disaster. No problem. But he'd be more upset that he didn't hit the pack there. That was a good chance. The red before was the bad shot, not the blue.
Malcolm. 28.
Well, it was by no means a simple pot anyway, but at that pace, the tariff increased significantly.
Tough shot, yeah. And I think he thought he couldn't really leave anything by taking it on, but getting so close to the red, it's not moved away from the pocket, and it's left Shaun an easy start up. And he's been so efficient today from this sort of range. So Mark will be feeling the worst here, I think. These reds are nicely spread. They're all sort of blocking each other at the moment, but in a nice way, because as he gets on one, it'll release another one. So this is a perfect break building position for Shaun.
Nine.
little bit short pace there, so
60.
we'll be using a bunch of reds now. Push through, get on black or pink. He's misjudged the cannon, lost the cue ball a little bit there, so gonna need a good pot now. Can just drop this black in, leave himself from distance for the red to the right of the pink. That's what he's done. This sort of shot is normally bread and butter for Shaun. Doesn't miss much from this sort of range.
24.
He doesn't, but this afternoon he missed a shot similar to this straight after the referee started to juggle with the yellow.
25.
No problem with that one though.
Oh, he really does hit the ball with such authority, doesn't he? Makes a lovely crunching noise when it hits the back of the pocket.
$32. $33.
Bit short pace there, so probably take the blue now into the bottom right corner.
$38.
Shaun just thinking about playing for the pink here. You can see there is one more loose red after this one, but it's not straightforward to get on it, so he might be looking to leave an angle here. And then play a cannon of some kind. I think if he cannons the loose red, that will leave him on the one at the bottom of the three. Or he could just play direct into that little triangle of reds. Be very unfortunate not to land on one. He's played a precise positional shot there and he's took a bit of a gamble. And the way he's walking around the table, I think he's hit it too hard. I'm not going to question the shot at all because it wasn't the wrong shot by any means, but I think he'd have been very unlucky not to land on a red had he played into the three.
Shaun Murphy.
So that's a definite let off for Mark Allen there.
Murphy's yet to be a couple of frames ahead in this match. Allen desperate to try and avoid it.
Not the best shot there from Mark. I think Shaun will take this red on. Play it as a shot to nothing. Been catching it too thick. The white's not come back down the table. Chance for Mark Allen.
Well,
Shaking his head there. It looks like the red at the bottom of the three does pot into the right corner. Nicely played. He was a bit concerned about bridging over the red on the side cushion there. He's got over that, no problem. Now just a little gentle nudge into these two reds, bring them into play.
no.
Now just the one clear obstacle between Mark and winning this frame. Red on the side cushion. I think he'll definitely try and dislodge it, as it's on the wrong side of the table for a left-hander. So if you're looking to try and bring that red out.
50. $60.
Might leave an angle on this next red. Pot this red. Just catch the far side of the red as we look. Take the cue ball up for the blue or bought colour, bringing the red into play.
22.
Just wants to avoid the double kiss here.
$23.
Didn't quite catch enough of the red. So he's going to need a good pot down the cushion. Or leave himself a double.
A
29.
shake of the head. One of those horrible little shots.
Yeah, just this seems even more awkward for Mark because he uses the rest of as a right-hander. So he looks pretty awkward, but that's what he's used to. That was a good effort. Went far
Back
away
on.
there.
29.
Well, at the very least, the red ran safe. Cue ball also purposely taken out of harm's way. And again, safety deficient from Murphy.
The one thing Shaun didn't want to do there was catch that red too thick. That's exactly what he's done. Oh, that looked in, didn't it? That would have looked good for Mark, I think, there, but he stayed up. And this is a gift for Shaun.
Heartbreaker. Especially when he realised there was the gap past the pink.
Well,
Played a lovely shot there. Dropped it on a sixpence. And now the table at his mercy. With the colours left, he's just 5 behind. So yellow to pink
6.
will get the job done.
$8. 11. $15.
He's surely not going to mess this up. We would be astounded if he did.
20. $26.
There's now a modicum of daylight
Frank,
between them.
Shaun Murphy.
Murphy has a 2-frame advantage at 6-4. Welcome back, everyone. Mark Allen in the previous frame reminded that you can sometimes get a little too close to a pot for your own good. It hung in the jaws, stayed there, left Murphy a very simple opener,
The 11th
and
frame.
the former world champion seized full advantage. 6-4 it is. Allen needs to strike back quickly.
Just feel Mark needs to just tighten up his safety a little bit and try and get himself in. As we see Shaun play an absolute cracker there. That was a fantastic shot. Looks like he's snookered Mark on all the reds, or at least stopped him getting back to baulk anyway. This one's got to be judged correctly. Doesn't want to leave the red that's hanging out on the right hand side. This is going to be close, I think. Not sure if we can get through to this, Shaun. It's very tight. Misjudgment from Shaun, but not too much damage done. I think he's left Mark a chance at this red. It's a thin one. Oh, I didn't attempt the pot, just looking for a good safety. Shaun plays down the left-hand side here. He's got to obviously avoid the red and pink. Did that very nicely. Judged that very well. So after saying I thought Mark would have the edge in the tactical department, Shaun's played a couple of cracking safety shots.
Yes, when he knows what he's got to do in terms of safety, he can execute. I think it's the fact that on occasions he doesn't maybe appreciate certain nuances like other players.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago sitting down having a chat with Shaun over breakfast somewhere in the world, probably China, and he just said he thinks sometimes he just gets a bit too adventurous with his safety. Instead of just keeping it simple and just using his cue action to hit these thin edges and correct angles, he sometimes gets a little bit too adventurous and gets himself in trouble that way. But he's been fortunate there. That was a bad one. Collided with the blue, pushed the red over the corner. But that's the cruel part of this game. Played a bad shot and he's got Mark in a lot of trouble. Looks like the only shot Mark's got here is just to drop onto this red. Oh, he hasn't given that enough. So that bit of good fortune from Shaun has given him a great opportunity in this frame. Nice easy starter.
One.
And he can't complain about that series of kisses.
That's the bit that's always baffled me about this game, Phil. The person who's playing well and in front tends to get the run of the ball. Just seems grossly unfair. Should be the other way around, if anything. But anyway, it's only luck. It's only no point getting good luck if you don't make the most of it.
8. No.
How about when they say, oh yeah, but luck evens itself out? What do they mean? Over a match, a frame, a lifetime? Of course it doesn't even itself out.
Well, it never feels like that when you're on the wrong end of it, I can assure you. But anyway, a series of little bits of good fortune for
60.
Shaun has resulted in him having another great chance in and around the black spot. So this is definitely worrying
70.
times for Mark Allen. Shaun's looking very strong here. Things are going his way. But again, just a little bit short. Wasn't doing that this afternoon. I know he's already made a big break tonight,
24.
but cue ball's not been quite so good this evening.
Yes, and this afternoon when he made the odd positional misjudgment, and they were in short supply, one has to say, it was normally when he was coming off a cushion. They're not playing quite as quickly as they normally do. The bed is beautiful. but he's been short, playing off cushions on several occasions.
$25.
Good recovery pot, but not a very friendly kiss this time. So, just the yellow available for Shaun. Unless he can just snick this blue back in. Looks a bit thin from our position. So he's going to need to be careful here. Pot the yellow and come back around the table. There's a few balls potentially in the way.
Last night at about this time, actually, Yan Bingtao made an absolute hash of a yellow, very similar to this, using the rest. But Murphy is the maestro in terms of potting it, at least. But that one poor positional shot, drop on the red when he came up short, has led to a series of consequences.
This is a horrible shot Shaun's facing here. He looks like he's going to be taking it on. He's going to need tremendous cueing from underneath the side cushion. Tough pot. Oh, that's a great shot. Beautifully played.
Yeah, it's not one of the trademark pile driver reds or anything like that, but that was a player's appreciation shot.
So it looks like he's weathered the storm there in this little break. A few good recovery shots.
35.
Got him back in prime position.
$36. Shaun Murphy. 36.
Well, I don't think he's missed many blacks off the spot today, Phil. That was a surprise.
Yes, his bridge hand was in a slightly uncomfortable position, but nevertheless, shock to the system.
What?
Big visit now for Mark, for his own confidence, and also just to rub in that miss black for Shaun. I feel that he really needs to make the most of this visit.
So.
That one got away a little bit, but no harm done.
40.
He's on the ready played for, just at the bottom of the pack.
$50.
I'd expect Mark to screw up into these reds here. He's always got the guarantee of the red over near the left middle. Yeah, took the opportunity when it presented itself. Now he's got all the reds in play. And this is a great chance for Mark to make the most of that surprising miss from Shaun.
$23. 30. $31.
Not ideal, bit short pace there. Covered it nicely. So, a lot of concentration need on this part.
36.
Looks easy enough, but whenever the cue ball's near a cushion, always makes it a bit more difficult.
$37.
So just looking to see if these two reds pot here. I think once he moves the one away from the left middle, one will definitely go into the middle pocket, but you'd like to get on them into the corner. Makes the shot much easier.
$39. $40.
Wow, what a fantastic positional shot that was from the yellow. Unfortunately, can't say the same about that one. Just finished short there. But the shot off the yellow was absolutely perfect. Didn't have a lot of room to play with at all. Bit disappointed with that. So he's put a bit more pressure on this red than needed to be.
$45. Mark Allen.
For some reason, when he was down on it, I got the vibe of negativity. There was just that extra hesitation.
Yeah, it's strange what the game does to you, Phil. Had he come to the table and been left that pot, you'd expect him to get it. I think it's just the fact that he knew he shouldn't have been there. He should have been 3 foot closer to that red, and it would have been completely unmissable. So much stuff goes on in the mind in this game.
One.
Well, in the previous frame, Murphy had a road map of a clearance, as they say in pool. This one is much more complex. And a second black is missed off its spot. Unforgivable.
Snooker player's nightmare, that Phil. Black off the spot. Shaun's missed 2 in this frame. Little reminder for all those at home that this game is tough. He's made 4 centuries so far this evening. In this frame, he's missed 2 blacks off the spot.
Can't comprehend it. The only solace for Murphy is that Allen still needs the awkward green.
Yeah, to make it more difficult, Phil, he also needs the brown, so he can't just drop the green in. He's going to have to play with a bit of pace to bring the cue ball back out for the brown. That is a fantastic shot. Probably the most important shot Mark's played so far this match. Should see him close the gap now. Every credit for that green. It wasn't easy.
70.
No, an absolutely cracking shot in the circumstances. And you can't escape the feeling Murphy's 2 missed blacks off the spot could be a pivotal moment. What we know for sure is that Mark Allen is back in the match, trailing only by a single frame at 6-5. Shaun Murphy sitting there, still in front at 6-5, but he knows it should have been 7-4. He'd already missed a Blachowicz spot before that, and so to commit two such mistakes in the same frame will really hurt. What a lifeline, Joe Perry.
The 12th frame.
Thrown to Mark Allen.
Allen to break.
Absolutely. You couldn't really see Mark getting back into the match from 7-4 the way Shaun was looking. But that's a big turning point, I feel, potentially. It's definitely kept Mark in this match and it's made this frame even bigger now. I think Shaun will be quietly miffed if he goes into the interval all square. Oh, I think that was the shot of a slightly frustrated Shaun Murphy there, Phil. Another great pot.
Unwanted kiss on the ball that cost him dear in the previous frame. He needs to do here, Murphy, what he did in the first frame.
Ramble.
Basically, that one went the way of Allen because a black rolled off that was going towards a pocket.
Shaun Murphy won.
Then because of Murphy's clumsy safety shot on the green. What did he do? His response, 110 break in the second. But that takes fortitude.
Oh, that's a really bad shot from Mark. Exactly what he didn't want to do after stealing that last frame was give Shaun a chance to get straight back in amongst the balls. Caught the pack much too thick there. That's why the cue balls ended up in the middle of the table.
One.
Yeah, Shaun normally just gobbles them ones up. But you're going to need another good pot here. Good bit of cueing needed. Blue to green pocket. To get a little bit of work on the cue ball as well.
Confidence builder if it goes in. And with his technique, it should go in. Without touching the sides.
Yeah, I've played Shaun many times, and when you're in your chair, you don't expect him to miss those.
6.
Sort of take it for granted that that sort of shot's going to be going in. So he'd be trying to refocus here, Shaun, get his concentration back. No more unforced
7.
errors. That's what he'll be telling himself. Concentrate 100% on every shot. Sometimes the game can just come a little bit too easy and just cause them lapses in concentration. So he'll know how important this frame is. And I think he'll feel that he deserves to be ahead going into the final interval. So a big visit here for Shaun.
He has been a money-making machine this season, Murphy. If he wins tonight, he'll go over £600,000 banked in total seasonal prize money.
50.
He's trying to reach his 8th semi-final of the campaign, and he's 6th in world ranking events.
It's not gone completely as planned. I was hoping to be on the red to the left of the black spot
20.
there. A little bit unfortunate. Played the correct shot, played it well. Just the reds haven't opened up like he expected. So, looks like this red just off straight into the yellow pocket is the only one that's available to him. Slightly awkward cueing. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to be leaving red should he miss. I feel he has to take it on. If it goes in, it's a great chance to win the frame. It looks like he's eyeing it up to the middle, which seems a much tougher shot. But I think he's going to be taking it on nonetheless. Yeah, this is tough into the centre. Oh, well played.
23.
Well played. If the pink goes, he is in business. Clearly see there the pink doesn't part, so slightly awkward queuing over this red if he's taking the blue. Brown's just up from its spot, making the gap a little bit smaller than normal. Pretty much avoided the baulk colours there, little greys off the yellow, but it's not done too much damage.
28.
It has made the left-hand gap through the baulk colours even narrower. But I think he's genuinely surprised he got there. And now another tricky pot, whether it's blue or pink.
Blue ball.
Another technique tester.
Yeah, this time he has got to get a bit of work into the cue ball. And again, he's well up for the task. Makes them shots look so easy.
34.
Just roll this red through, just graze off the other red through for the black.
35.
And once again, looks like a succession of good pots. Got him back in perfect position.
But at 36-0, identical to this in the previous frame, he missed the black. No mistake this time. Good stuff, this. It's all very well making a break of this nature if you're flowing and dominating.
40.
But to do this after what was undoubtedly a setback tells you a lot.
$50. $50.
So Shaun looking. Two more reds and a high value colour.
58.
Put this frame away. And doesn't seem to be much in the way, stopping him getting another century in this match.
59.
It's been very, very impressive today. A couple of little errors, but to be expected. Hasn't played for a long time. But all in all, it's been a tremendous performance so far.
Yes, and swiftly we've arrived at frame ball. Just think about this for a moment. Professional snooker has been played since the 1920s. Until Saturday, our first match here, no one had ever made 6 centuries in a best of 17. Stephen Maguire now has that record, and it's not inconceivable that this evening could be equalled just 3 days later by Shaun Murphy.
74.
Not inconceivable at all.
Yeah, the standard so far this week's been incredible, Phil. I think pretty much guaranteed to break last year's century break record.
89.
Yes, we had 22 centuries in the Tour Championship at venue Cymru in Llandudno last year. We thought that one actually would be tough to beat. It could be shattered. Murphy here, zoning in on number 17 in this year's event.
89.
And that's in the fourth match.
90.
How about this, Phil? If Murphy and Maguire both got to the final, they could get more than 22 between them themselves, I think. I think Judd Trump and Mark Selby have something to say about that, though.
Yes, and there's historic rivalry between Murphy and Maguire going back many years. That would be spicy.
98.
So Shaun just one ball away from another century. And this visit has been very, very, very impressive. He knew it was a massive visit after the last frame and the two unforced errors he made.
104.
He really has got his focus back. 100% concentration, potted some good balls in the middle of this break. It's been very, very impressive. Can't help but be impressed by Shaun today.
109. $113.
And numerically, this would be the best of the lot. I think psychologically it would be the best of the lot after what happened in the previous frame.
$124.
A
Well, it's been a terrific match this, and Shaun Murphy with the advantage at the interval, 7-5. 5 century breaks he's made. If he doesn't win this match, you may wonder how. But Mark Allen, of course, very, very ferocious competitor, particularly over the years when he's a couple behind. That's when he seems to come into his own. We'll see. He needs to make something happen soon, though, because Murphy clearly playing really good stuff.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, David. Half chance for Mark Allen here, long red. Good shot, good start. Nicely on the blue. He hasn't really had his scoring boots on, has he, Mark Allen, in this match? I mean, he's won 5 frames, but he's won a few close ones, and particularly in the first session. It could have been 4-all, but for that fluke on the last red in that first session from Shaun Murphy. Chance to go into the pack here. Nice little cannon, just a hole for the red into the opposite corner pocket. These are the type of situations that you really feel that Mark Allen has to make the most of to really put any sort of pressure on Shaun Murphy. He knows how well he's playing. And he's got to keep him out and try and score as much as he can when he's in.
Yeah, he made his highest break in frame 7. That was 100 exactly. So we've had 6 centuries in the match in total.
22.
But as I say, traditionally Allen just seems to come good in this sort of situation when he's a couple behind. That's when he seems to really focus. Of course, we've had the interval as well, which
23.
traditionally seems to help the player who's trailing.
Still a few more loose reds before he'll think about going into the pack.
30.
Well, he's a bit low on this black now, so may have to bring some into play. He's just going to play for the little cannon, and he's judged that nicely. Just played a delicate little cannon on that red.
38. 39.
Having a look at the 2 reds around the pink, are they a plant into this bottom left-hand corner pocket? They look pretty close to being in line. He's obviously tracked it, so yeah, dead in line. So that's a bonus.
So.
Does it spun too much? It might just be on the red. It's close. Yeah. Just about. Once again, just a little short with the cue ball. Would have loved that cue ball just another inch or 2 closer to the black. Definitely gonna have to go into the pack here. Well, maybe he's not. Maybe he sees something. 1 red possible.
Six.
He's going to need 2 more reds, including this one.
61.
It's been a very measured break. He's taken these very nicely indeed. One red
68.
will pot into the right centre pocket. And this is frame ball.
Yeah, and this frame's only been going 5 minutes. This is what you call a quick kill. Exactly what he was looking to do post-interval.
It also sets out a signal, doesn't it, to your opponent? Just to say, well, if you're going to miss, I'm going to pot them all as well, no matter how well you're playing. He's only one behind.
76 touching
That
ball.
man has had 5 centuries. He's been a bit unlucky there with the split. I say he's only one behind. I'm presuming that this frame is already over. 76 in front, 67 just remaining. That's not there. Will Shaun Murphy come back to the table or just say that's enough?
Well, he's coming back. He needs 3 snookers.
What?
Well, a chance to clear 3 more reds away, leave 1 on, and then try and play for the snooker. Possible free ball, you never know. Seen it happen.
Eight.
It was a nicely negotiated plant, wasn't it, to start it off? Oh yeah, we've seen it happen many a time. I mean, a snooker and a free ball, that would do it. I think when you've still got a chance of a snooker and a free ball, 9 times out of 10 you will play on. Depends on the position of the reds, of course, and colours. There's always that glimmer of
60.
hope.
70.
Make a work for the red over the right centre here. Try and get the black after that. And may just play for this loose one next to the pink.
$23. 24.
So if he puts the black, he'll be 45 points behind, 35 remaining. So 1 snooker and a free ball, that would be, and particularly if you get the free ball and a black, that's 12 points altogether. So that's all he would require. Definitely more to go. But of course, you're going to need 1 very, very good snooker, of course.
31.
It may take you 3 or 4 goes to get one.
Shaun Murphy. 32.
A little nudge on the pink. It is a snooker. Shaun Murphy's been quite disparaging about his own safety game. He's acknowledged that maybe is the one weakness he's had over the years, but he was at the Welsh Open, which he won earlier this season, and his safety game in that event was brilliant. It certainly helped him win the title.
Well, he certainly knows his way around the table. Another snooker, but as I said, he's going to need about 3 or 4 good goes. Almost got to lay the perfect snooker, where the red is close to another colour, and we have him glued behind the colour with the cue ball. Very difficult. There's another full ball snooker. The brown may be in the way here as well. And this is difficult to hit. The brown is in the way, going down the right hand side of the table. Unless he comes off the side cushion, he's got to miss the green, miss the blue. So it's 1, 2, possibly 3 cushions to hit this red here. Well, very good. Excellent shot. Well played. Great escape. Doesn't want to pot this red, of course. Shaun Murphy wants to keep it on the table as long as possible. Oh, this looks very good indeed. Have a look at this one. Oh, this is a little beauty. And that's exactly what I was talking about, trying to glue the red to a colour and try and glue the cue ball to another one. Now, this is a chance.
Yeah, this might take a bit of thought.
Well, I put that line in. He's got to try and swerve it almost very close to the left middle pocket to try and get enough of spin on it to try and hit the red. But the problem is, if he misses the red on that side, he's definitely going to leave a free ball. So let's see what he plays. He's going to play it. Lots of... Oh, good shot. Well played. Did very well there.
That's my best snooker.
Yeah, played it well. Little smile between the two of them.
Well, I make that snooker number 6, and he still hasn't got any points out of it. So that's what I mean. You've got to lay so many snookers at this level to try and get any points. So 5 snookers, 5 escapes. Is this escape number 6? It certainly is. Oh, this is brilliant. This really is good. Snooker number 7.
Yeah, and even if Alan wins the frame eventually, you know, he's been put through it here 6 minutes into this frame. He played that split. If he gets on a red there, he wins the frame. He's 76 in front. We've now been going another 9 minutes here.
Another marvellous escape, and particularly off one cushion, because, you know, the ball can slide off the cushion, and they're not easy to judge off one cushion. Off 2 cushions it's okay, but off one cushion it can sometimes catch you out. And I'll tell you what, he's laid some good snookers in all fairness. I mean, you'd think he would have got some sort of points from all those 7 snookers that he's laid.
Just imagine Alan McManus purring with appreciation.
There's another one. Got to be careful here when he swerves it. He's got to watch the cue ball. It may go close to this green pocket. No, he swerved it just enough. Well played. If he swerved it and hit the right-hand side of the red as we look, it would have gone dangerously close to that green pocket. No snooker this time, and he's left the red. I think he just got fed up, did he?
Well, Mark Allen won't be fed up if he pots to the red. He'd be delighted to see it go in. Put this frame to bed once and for all. There it is. So, bottom line is he made a good 76 in this frame. He's come out after the interval, showing great purpose. And he's going to reduce the gap to just 1 frame, and there's still a chance. I think this could be very close tonight. Yes, Shaun Murphy's done the bigger scoring so far, but the match isn't over yet. Mark Allen is a great competitor, and he's won this frame. It's been a beautiful day here in Milton Keynes. Not that we've seen much of it, because of course we've been enjoying the snooker here inside the Marshall Arena. And a terrific match in progress here. Shaun Murphy against Mark Allen. 7-6 now to Murphy. Was 7-5 at the interval. Allen made 76 and managed to get through the playing on for snookers there. Kept escaping. So he's pulled it back to within 1. It's 1st to 9, remember, to go through to the semi-finals, where Mark Selby awaits.
Yeah, once again, as in the previous frame, not the best break from Mark Allen. Shaun Murphy didn't break off well in the last frame and it cost him. He's been knocking these in all afternoon, this type of shot. Gets a bit harder as you get closer to the line. No problem. Maybe it just gets harder for me, David. Knocked that in so effortlessly. Great shot.
He's probably the most reliable, isn't he, Shaun Murphy, from that distance? He's now long potting in this match, 78%. I mean, that's a seriously impressive figure.
Yeah, normally around 50 or 60% you'd be happy with, but 76 is extremely good. And that was a wonderful shot as well. Didn't look much, but just look at where he put the cue ball. A sixpence. Absolutely perfect. He's on this red. And let's see, does he have a little angle? He doesn't have a little angle to just nudge the red away from the black. That's the one on the left of the black. You could screw the cue ball back and play for the black or for the blue. Yeah, just playing for the black. Both of these reds do pot into this left-hand corner pocket. You'd like to get on the extreme left of the two. Oh, he's missed it.
Shaun Murphy, 8.
Big surprise. Not been missing many of these today, but we're getting now towards the real business end of this match. And of course, Shaun Murphy hasn't had any competitive snooker since March. He's not been in this sort of situation in a match for a while. Will that be a factor? It was a surprising miss. Mark Allen, of course, did play Championship League. I thought he played pretty well. Was a bit unlucky not to get through his initial group.
Well, he chose to play on the loose red as opposed to going into the pack of reds off that black.
Eight.
Back up for the blue here.
Nine.
Nice angle if he wants to go into the pack of reds now, or does he try and get on that red left of the black? And tried to split them. And how's his look? Not too bad. Did both. Got on the red left of the black and brought another two reds into play.
40.
Couldn't have worked out better. Definitely going to put it up to Shaun Murphy here. He's not going to go away, Mark Allen. As I said, he sent out a little signal in that last frame.
23.
He's still battling away here.
Yes, like I was saying earlier, it just seems to me, Allen, he's at his most dangerous when he's a couple behind. It's when he seems to really start to fight and produce his best stuff. He's back to the wall. Maybe it's a trait of Northern Irish players. Alex Higgins and Dennis Taylor were Two great fighters as well. Of course, he won the Masters 2 years ago, Alan. Still, though, the World Championship, his best is just one semi-final, which I think is very surprising considering his record in other events and his obvious talent.
$29.
That was a lovely shot into the left centre. Brought another couple of reds into play. Nicely on the black.
$36. $37.
I think we're due a decider, Ken, this week. This could be the one.
44.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's been missing for the week, isn't it? We've had some great matches, great snooker. Lots of century breaks.
Oh,
The decider is just missing. Quite possible. For our money, it looks like it's going to be 7 piece. Just a couple more
50.
reds and colours here for Mark Allen. And this has been great stuff, considering the barrage of century breaks from his opponent. He hasn't gone away. He's stuck in there. And how must Shaun Murphy feel sitting in his chair?
58.
5 century breaks. Well, it's all square. Tough school.
59.
Still needs one more red.
$66. $67.
So it's game on here in Milton Keynes. Mark Allen levelling up with a terrific break. He's got a lovely way around the table, hasn't he? He's not rushing, but he's at the same time really quick making these breaks. Well, 66 the difference, 51 on, so can't see any way back here. Even though he's missed that, I didn't think he would. So the break ends at 74. This time Shaun Murphy is staying in his seat. So that was what, 8.5 this is what we've been missing all these months, these high-quality snooker matches, close snooker matches where it's all on the wire. 7 each. Mark Allen, world number 5, has won the last 2, and he's won them impressively. No victories, as you see, in tournaments this season, but he's been in a lot of semi-finals, racked up the money, hence he's one of the top 8 earners in the campaign. That's, of course, what's got him here. Shaun Murphy has won 2 ranking events this season, but at the moment, just under it a little bit. He's made 5 centuries. He played well, but he missed that black off the spot in that last frame, and maybe just a few signs of pressure as we approach the end of the match.
Yeah, once again, keeps leaving this red out for Mark Allen here into this. He's not swinging the cue ball back behind the yellow at all. Yeah, it's a shot he likes, Mark Allen. Tried to hold for that red just above the black.
6.
Almost. Just ran on though, the cue ball. He needed to be straight on this red. He's got to take a chance here. He's got to try and pot it and try and get the cue ball out from the reds and back on the black or pink here. Oh, took his eye off it. Watching where the red was going. And the cue ball, of course, and just took his eye off the pot. What a let off for Shaun Murphy. This could have been a little bit easier. He's going to have to get the extended rest as we see the missed red. Well, is he going to play it left-handed? A bit dangerous. Not renowned to be ambidextrous in the snooker department. Get the long extension out, I wouldn't anyway.
Well, certainly it's 7 each in a big tournament. I mean, we've got to remember the money as well in the background. They guarantee 20,000. If they get to the semis, they guarantee 40. So it's double your money. So he has got the extended rest out.
Yeah, double your money, but also the chance of winning the 150 and maybe even the bonus. I think he's still involved in the bonus as well. So
yeah,
a lot more riding on this for Shaun Murphy than for Mark Allen.
Yeah, it's Judd, Trump, Maguire and Murphy who can still win the £100,000 Coral Cup bonus prize for the players who've done the best in the 3 events.
The fact that it's, I mean, you shouldn't miss it, but the fact that it's closer to this cushion, it's not a gimme. Yeah, well played.
What?
So he's got himself in. Now he's made 5 centuries, so you fancy another big break. But let's see how he's feeling, having lost the last 2. Worth saying that the World Championship 20 years ago now, Ronnie O'Sullivan in the first round made 5 century breaks against David Graham, was still beaten 10-9. So it has happened before, albeit, you know, you wouldn't expect it if you just look at the score sheet. It can happen, and at the moment Murphy knows he's involved in a real fight here, but he's in this frame with a good chance.
Well, this is a test for me. Whatever has gone before, David, the fact that he knows he's had 5 centuries, but the last 2 frames, and particularly the last frame where he's missed that black off the spot. So this is a test of character. He's been put under a bit of pressure from his opponent. Nobody wants to lose a match after having 5 centuries in it. Balls are in good position. Let's see how he copes and how he feels. Definitely the adrenaline will be pumping around his body a lot quicker than it was earlier, because he's up against it now. That's why he's taking his time, trying to put every ounce of concentration into this break.
17. $24.
Lived and breathed snooker since he was a boy. Shaun Murphy once chased Steve Davis down the street in Sheffield at the World Championship for his autograph. Years later, he beat him in the World Championship. I'm sure he's missed playing badly.
25.
I'll never forget the first time I saw Shaun Murphy. We were playing in the Dr. Martin's Matchroom League down in Ertlenborough, Rushton and Diamonds home ground. Of course, the owner owned Dr. Martin's. He owned the football club, and he was sponsoring Shaun Murphy, and Shaun Murphy was a wild card into the Matchroom League. He was only, I think, 11 or 10.
52.
And even then you could see how good he was. You couldn't get him off the table because he was practicing more than the professionals were. And that was the first time we were first introduced to Shaun Murphy.
33.
He's come a long way since then. All good so far, no tweaks in his cue action, seems pretty smooth, but you can see the amount of
59.
concentration now. Taking a bit more time over this.
40.
Just two more reds in the open, and then he's going to have to try and develop one or two from that bunch underneath the pink.
$47. $48.
Not the best shot, hampered slightly by the red. And because of it, he's short on this red. He's got to get top side of the blue here. This is
55.
the type of shot that you can take your eye off the object ball, the red. In this case, that's why he's having a good look at it. He needs to pot this, get top side of the blue. Good shot. Now how's the position?
56.
It's pretty good. He needs a good split from the blue. 50 points ahead. The blue will be 55. Still 75 remaining. He's got to hit this pink. Full or half ball. Not too hard. Don't want to lose the cue ball like that. But he's being okay. That's not bad. That's not a bad result at all.
61.
Do the maths, he needs two more reds.
$62.
Yeah, judged that nice. Kept control of the cue ball. One good shot and a nice little split into those four reds now. Oh, this is brilliant. Excellent stuff. We could have another century here. We've already had 6 centuries by Steve Maguire in the best of 17. That was a record. He's already had 5 in this match. Number 6 could be coming up very shortly.
Yeah, but absolutely. But the important thing is he stepped in and he made the frame-winning break. We were wondering how he would feel, how he would fare. As you said, he really focused hard. You could see it on his face. Mark Allen had missed when he was in, and Murphy stepped in, and now the pressure's off. And as you say, you can just try and focus on trying to make yet another century to tie that record with Maguire.
78.
I must say, David, the standard, this has been a brilliant test, and he's come through it with great aplomb, but at the standard so far has been tremendous. Mark Allen came back out firing, asked the question
85.
from Shaun Murphy. Mark Allen, of course, was in first here, missed the red into that corner pocket, a red that you would have expected to get. He's been sat down in his chair ever since, but it's been top drawer stuff from both players.
Quite wonderful, really.
93.
There's the high break in the tournament, and it's shared at the moment by Trump and Maguire, who could play each other tomorrow, 135. He could beat that if he took blacks with the remaining reds and he cleared the colours. But he's going to make sure of the century. This for the 6th century of the match for Shaun Murphy. Quite incredible. What a standard he's produced, and what a time to make this break as well. He was under pressure, he'd lost the last 2 frames,
100.
but he stepped in and he's taken charge again.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Hats off.
Shaun Murphy.
So 100 exactly.
On the front.
He ties the record that Stephen Maguire set just on Saturday for a best of 17 frame match. 6 centuries from Shaun Murphy. He's back in front. He needs one more for victory. He's leading Mark Allen 8-7. What a match. So century number 6 from Shaun Murphy in this match. 100 exactly has put him 8-7 in front against Mark Allen. He needs 1, Allen needs 2. Wonderful break, timely break, because as I say, Allen was putting him under pressure by coming back from the interval, winning the first 2 with breaks of his own. So Murphy, as I say, looking good, but Mark Allen may have something to say about it still. So we've had 7 centuries in this match. We had 8 in the first. In between, of course, in the 2 matches played in between, we only had 3. So it's the same table, but maybe Judd and Mark will have to step up their game in the semi-finals. Join the Centuries party. Of course, Judd Trump needs just 2 to get to 100.
Well, a much better break this time for Mark Allen. Covered this red into this bottom right-hand corner pocket. I think he's covered the pack as well, so just playing a containing safety shot here for Shaun Murphy. Chance in a double. As long as that red doesn't pot to the left middle. And I'm sure it doesn't, because Mark Allen surely wouldn't have played that if that red pots into the left middle. We can't tell from here, from our view, but obviously our body language from Shaun Murphy tells us that the red isn't available, so there you see it. Short the pace. So are we going to have one of these frames now where the players are going to keep trying to get the cue ball back behind the black? It's not the type of frame that both players would like. Maybe that's why Mark Allen's going to try and nestle the cue ball on the right side cushion here. That's what he's contemplating. If he nestles the cue ball on the right side cushion, he sort of forces his opponent into knocking the red out of ball, but he's decided against that now. So maybe go for a re-rack here. I think both players may go for a re-rack because they won't like the idea of knocking the reds up towards the balk area. They're going to be tip-tapping into the pack here, you would say. Maybe another chance of a double here. No, not this time. But at least we don't have a re-rack, at least they sorted that out. This is the type of frame that players don't like, David, you know, because sometimes trying to get that cue ball back behind the black, eventually somebody makes a mistake. Red goes over a pocket, particularly a middle pocket.
I think it's one of snooker's strengths, though. You get so many different sorts of frames. Certainly in the way that they develop. There could still be a big break here, of course, eventually. Might take a while, though.
Yeah, there was nearly a red poking out over that left middle there, but the black has blocked it. And the cue ball's so close to this top cushion, it's very difficult to dig down into the cue ball and get it back near this top cushion. So maybe, I'm just having a look to see, can he just put a line up here. You could possibly slide off that red and leave the cue ball somewhere towards the end of the line near the green pocket. It's a little bit risky, but maybe his only option here. try and leave the cue ball somewhere near, somewhere where his cue is now. The red doesn't pot into the left centre pocket. Yeah, anywhere up there. Try and get straight on the red along the ball cushion. That would be a difficult pot. He's taking his time. I don't blame him. The cue ball is a little bit away from the top cushion. He hasn't checked the option of maybe digging down into the cue ball. It's probably too risky. Just going to go back and have a look at the shot again. Maybe could have a go at the red that's to the right of the blue, near the right middle pocket. And then he could try and take that red on. But very risky. Maybe he's taking it on. He's forced into having a go at this red. Very risky. Didn't want the double kiss.
I think he did think about the shot that you suggested, but in the end tried to pull himself out of trouble. But he's left this opening for Mark Allen, who's looking to take us to a decider.
Well,
Although the head-to-head didn't favour Allen coming in, 13-5 it was to Murphy.
8.
The only time they played in a final, it was Mark Allen who won. That was the Scottish Open just last season.
9.
Just looking at the total points, Shaun Murphy scored 400 more points in this match than Mark Allen, but it could be potentially going the distance.
Well, I wouldn't put it past Mark Allen, the way the balls are situated. Just going to take a bad mistake to miss from here. Okay, it's a lot of pressure on, but the way he's been playing,
14.
I'm sure Shaun Murphy sits in his chair. He doesn't think he's going to get another chance. Let's see, he's got the option of the pink, but you could take the green and bring the cue ball down the right side of the table, just right of the blue. There's a couple of reds available there.
$18. 90. $24. 25. $32.
Got one more loose red. Just left of those 4 reds there.
32.
And then of course he's got the loose red up and near the balk line, right at the green. But he would like to make some sort of connection on the 4 reds around the pink.
40.
Gets a chance off one colour. Yeah, didn't want to kiss on the blue, but he's still got the pink into the left centre. Now he's got to judge it off side cushion, ball cushion, and out for that red just to the right of the green. Got to be careful it doesn't make contact with any of the ball colours here. This looks very short. This is not good at all.
47.
Wow. So a bit more drama left in this frame. And he's very disappointed, as you can see. He had plenty of margin of error there just to miss the green. Would have been on the red nicely.
Yeah, the problem is that, the scoring has been such high quality today. You just think, well, here we go, 8 each. But of course, it's not as simple as that. You've only got to slightly lose your way and it all goes wrong. And that's what's happened here. He's got a 47-point lead, but plenty still on.
Doesn't really want to take the red away from the balk cushion, so may try and knock the cue ball down towards the black and knock this red onto the middle of the ball cushion as well, just to make it a bit more difficult should his opponent get a chance. Well, would you believe it? What a fluke into the left centre pocket. Oh, look at this. And nicely on the black as well. Another twist in the tail.
And then misses that. Amazing. Oh, wow. So, Mark Allen, deep breaths, 46 in front. Chance now to nail the frame and take us into one more to decide who's going into the semi-finals. He can't believe it. It's amazing, he could make 6 centuries today and still lose, Shaun Murphy.
Well, you did say we've only been missing the last frame decider this week. Well, we're going to have one, it looks like.
No.
Just feels like Mark Allen's been chasing this match all the way through, but best time to be in front is right at the end. He's going to give himself a chance if he can just put this one away. Which he's surely going to do if he pots this next red. So this effectively for 8 each.
60.
Our first deciding frame finish of this year's Tour Championship.
Well, it's been a cracking match so far. I'm sure there's going to be more drama in the last frame, and Shaun
20.
will sit there and rue that miss black off the spot. You got to gather his thoughts for the last frame.
20.
Put that out of your mind. And get ready for this last frame. And what a cracking match. Whoever wins this will absolutely deserve it. It's been a brilliant match from both players.
27. 28.
Yeah, this is where the top players really earn their money. When the pressure's on, it's about responding and performing when you really have to. Mark Allen has done enough there. So after 4 hours 16 minutes play and 7 century breaks, we've got one more frame to decide who's going into the semi-finals. Mark Allen and Shaun Murphy are level at 8 frames all.
Something in the studio box, so it might be about that minute.
Yeah, we're both here loving it, aren't we, David? I must say, it's fantastic. And yeah, he could be right, Stephen. It could be another century, but I don't know. I think the momentum for me, I think, is shift towards Mark Allen. What do you think, David?
Well, I just think in Shaun's mind, he must be thinking, I should win this match. I've made 6 centuries. I've played about as well as I can. And yet, it's on the line. It's about one more frame. So in some ways, it feels like he's under more pressure. We'll see. This is the last frame that, of course, won't shake hands as normal before the decider. But it's all on this one. It's Shaun Murphy to break. And the break-off shots have been important in this match as well, because they've both been leaving chances.
Better break off. Found the ball cushion. He's still left the red, but a lot more difficult. I'm not quite sure whether Mark Allen would be taking this one on. Just wondering, can he drop it on? Is the black still potable into the bottom right hand corner pocket? It looks quite tight from our angle here. No, decided against taking it on.
If Murphy did make a century, it would be a new record for a best of 17 in terms of 2-session matches. As Stephen Hendry mentioned, he holds the record for the most centuries in a 2-session match for that UK final against Ken. He made 7. But I think Murphy, however he won the frame, if it came down to a scramble on a respot, he'd take that, whatever. He just wants to win because, as I say, he's played so well today, and if he were to go home having played this well, he'd be really disappointed not to continue in the event.
Oh, well, wow. Mark Allen's torn to have a nice fluke into the right centre pocket, and he's nicely on the brown into the middle. Have a look at this. Look at the way the red came out of the pack. Wow, so unusual.
That's the great unknown quantity in any frame of snooker, a bit of luck at the right time.
Would have loved
5.
cue ball to travel just a little bit further, but he can drop this red in and get on the black if he wishes. He'd love to be on this red. He's having another look at it. It's very tight. He is on this red, but he'll have to play it with the rest into the bottom right hand corner pocket. for Mark Allen.
Yes, on day one when they were sliding in off the near jaw, as we see it, as Ken said, falling down. On day one when they were sliding, that would have gone in. But now, day 4, no siree. Unlucky there. I definitely deviated.
Yeah, completely. Just with the pace that he played it. Now, what will Mark Allen play here? He's playing for the black.
What?
So black off one cushion with a lot of pace and into the pack. It's a big target. So it's a big target. Well, this cue ball could be going close to the middle pocket. Now, there was 2 reds in the middle of that bunch. I'm just wondering how they plant into this left-hand corner pocket. The red that's on the pink spot. Chance for Mark Allen.
Yes, on day one when they were sliding in off the near jaw, as we see it, as Ken said.
Having played this well, he'd be really disappointed not
that's...
As he always seems to when he's a couple behind, he just comes good. Murphy is playing on purely because it's the last frame, but he needs snookers and he's in a snooker.
Foul.
And that surely
Mark Allen.
is it now. He's going to allow Mark Allen to come back to the table. But Shaun Murphy, who's played quite superbly today, 6 centuries, and he's lost. Mark Allen, therefore, goes forward to play Mark Selby in the semi-finals. An incredible day here. Great feat of scoring from Shaun Murphy, but in the end, it was in vain. Mark Allen fluked to red at the start of the decider. He made 62. Mark Allen the victor then by 9 frames to 8.
$100 frame, Shaun.